Hello everyone, I'm Dante and welcome to another Anthem update. I've still got a cold, so apologies for that, but Anthem doesn't stop, so let's jump right into it. One of the best sources of information in the last 2 months has been as a result of Bioware running several live streams led by senior members of the Anthem team. We weren't too sure if we were going to see any more of these in January, but finally we have some dates. Next week on Thursday 17th, featuring Ben Irving, John Warner and Mike Gamble, acting somewhat as an extension of both the previous gameplay and itemization stream as they deep dive into the weapons of Anthem. We should now get a comprehensive list of weapon types, their stats, benefits, playstyles and hopefully a few unexpected details. These streams often come with a Q&A, so if you have any burning questions in terms of weapons, you might be able to get your answers, or just check back here when I break it all down next Friday. Next up, we've got another tweet related to loot, and specifically drop protection within Anthem. If you've not heard of this term before, it's just a mechanic you might have in a looting game, to gradually increase your chance of receiving a type of item. This is to counteract the loot droughts you might get, where you can often go long periods of time without receiving a possible upgrade or even a side grade. Anthem will not have one of these mechanics, as they're pretty sure that with how they've structured the end game, this won't be an issue. I can only assume that this is in relation to how the scaling system works, with legendary contracts likely giving guaranteed levels of loot. They're called legendary for a reason, in addition to the 3 levels of endgame difficulties that likely guarantee you access to some of that loot. One burning question we've been seeing more and more now that the VIP demos are barely 2 weeks away, along with the impending launch, is when can we install the client? And can it be pre-installed to get the most time with the game? Well, good news. We now have those confirmed. You'll notice if you go into Origin or your pre-order, you should now have a date and time that you can download the client. This will be 1 day in advance of the release in all situations. In addition to this, we have some more good news. You might have noticed that the release dates have changed slightly. The Origin Premium Access is now on the 14th, with pre-installation starting on the 13th. And the official release being moved to the 21st, and pre-installation on the 20th. This is likely a result of trying to do a fully global release, so make sure you check out your exact dates and times. I'll be sure to give everyone a reminder of the time zone breakdowns as we roll into the release window. One of the most notable things missing from Anthem so far is the social space. Something you would expect from what is effectively an MMO light, just with a lot more instances running rather than a shared world in the traditional sense. Well, I may have some good news for you. This tweet from Mike Gamble seems to be either him trolling, or more than likely, a subtle nudge that they're already working on this feature. Clearly, this will not be in the game at launch. It's simply too late in the game for that. However, all story-related content in Anthem will be free, and this certainly seems to fit that category. So what do you think a social space in Anthem would look like? In my opinion, or should I say one of my many weird theories I have, is that it could be tied to an actual in-game event, by progressing the story to a point that we do one of a couple of things. By either, as a community, going back to old sites within the lore, such as the Legion of Dawn Temple, forward bases, even whole new towns if we push the boundaries far enough, or by adding a whole new region to Fort Tarsus. So we can keep the solo space, but then have an all new area to visit. But that one I don't think is as likely, due to not being able to show off the javelins that way. So what I want to see is a community focused event, where we as a whole work to reclaim a lost stronghold. Somewhere that the freelancers as their own faction can call home. That would give us a great opportunity to include a massive plot development with a change that everyone can feel like they earned. Not just a new location added to the map we can go visit. That's the type of approach I really want to see taken, but I'd love to hear what everyone else would want. I'm sure there are much better ones than this out there. Finally, I've got a bit of a community shout out. Our friends over at Anthem Universe, who are EA Game Changers, just released their own take on some Javelin trailers. If you're interested in seeing some quick overviews of the Javelins, be sure to check out their content. I'll link to all their socials below so you can go follow them in all of the places. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Provide your thoughts and feedback about anything I covered or this format below. You can support the channel by subscribing and use the bell to be notified of future content as it goes live. And until next time, I've been Dante, Thanks for watching.